very informative video coming up for you today. I'm just about to head in and catch up with our old mate Chris Barth, the man on the ground in Vientiane, regarding all visas and expat services. So I'm just about to head in there now, get the lowdown on the different ways and the different ways you can actually travel in Laos right now.
You can do like this too.
Man. Have you got any of your own tunes? Because I'll record some of them for background music, man. Man, you've got skills. Can you speak Australian?
How you going, Mick?
We're just down here with Chris. We're just going to brush over a few things today. We've got a lot to talk about. Mainly, to start it off, we'll just quickly get out the road how you can get into this country at the moment. There's two ways, and we'll let Chris explain that for you now. I've had a lot of questions, people asking me about the travel green zone tours that they've got going. If they sign up for that, can they actually come here and not stick to the tour groups? You know, so we'll hit Chris up about that now. How you doing anyway, mate?
Hey, good. How you doing?
How's things been?
Pretty good, pretty busy.
Yeah.
Helping a lot of people out with entering Laos, mostly with visas and certificates of entry, because this green zone tourist entry is very new. It's still in the process. They're still training hotels, restaurants, drivers, etc. So yeah, I can explain the two ways to enter Laos. The green travel zone is an effort by the Lao government to gradually open the country to tourism. It's a three-phase project. First quarter, second quarter, and third quarter of this year. So it's going to gradually open over the next 9 months. First quarter, only Vientiane, Bang Vieng, and Luang Prabang are going to be open, and then they're going to open to other regions such as Akseu Champasak, Ulamsai.
That's in phase two.
Phase two, yeah,
Yep.
That's right. I'm more than happy to send a list of zones as they open up, and they're also going to be training hotels, restaurants, so more and more places will be open to tourism. But what you need to know, first of all, it's limited to 31 countries, so it's not for every country. And you have to go through a tour operator, which will plan your trip for this type of tourism entry.
It's like a guided tour.
Exactly, and you have to stay with the tour, your driver, the whole time.
That was a question I got from a lot of subscribers and viewers, people wanting to travel here, realising they had to go through a travel agent, sign up for a tour, but the question was, if we sign up for it and pay for it, can we do whatever we like once we're there?
Well, you can't.
You can't.
You can't.
No.
You can't even go to the embassy. You can't go and see a business partner in an office.
No.
You have to stay with the group, and you're limited to hotels, restaurants, and places that have been authorized for tourism. Okay, guys, just going to jump in here quickly. Some new information has come to light since recording this video with Chris. Regarding the green travel zone, you do not have to book travel with a large group. You can book and do your own private tour as long as it is with a guide/driver and you stay within the green travel zone area, which is Vientiane, Bang Vieng, Luang Prabang. All these details are going to be pinned in the top comment below. Chris is going to put any updated information that comes to light there. Once this video is up, there's nothing I can change about it. But as things are very fluid at the moment, things are changing daily, Chris is going to keep that updated to let you guys know
what has changed recently and what you can do in Laos now. But I just repeat, you do not have to book in a large group to be a tourist here in the Green Travel Zone tour plan. You can come in by yourself or with your own family and customize your own tour. That's it. Like I said, check out the top comment below. Thanks, guys.
And the second type of entry is for people who have a travel history in Laos, a girlfriend, family, a job, or who want to come do business in Laos. Then they need to request a certificate of entry and a visa if they don't have one already. And that's the work that we process with my agency. And that takes 2 to 3 weeks if you already have a visa, and about a month to process if you don't have a visa. So we provide everything including visa, and unfortunately you have to wait a month to come in. But that allows you to travel where you want because you're considered as a temporary resident. You do have to quarantine 14 days.
That's something you didn't have to do if you were a tourist coming in the Green.
Well, if you're a tourist, actually you have to quarantine a day or two to wait for your PCR test.
But you're still restricted to where you can go.
Exactly, and you sort of do a mobile quarantine with your tour group for 14 days before you can start talking to people.
Stuff.
I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh no, that's not what I want to do. I want to go and wave people, go to the markets, etc." Which you can do with a certificate of entry and a visa, and that's not a problem. You can travel where you want, stay where you want, be with your girlfriend, your business partners, do business.
If you've got a long vacation coming up, that would be the way to go.
Right. Some people want to come, just for a couple of weeks to do business. And then it's not really realistic. This is mostly because there's a cost too. It's mostly for people who want to spend at least a month or two in Laos, and they can stay as long as they want.
So, and you've got a new page up and running.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We created a new page because we also have a new company in Luang Prabang for our clients there. Expat and visa services, and I think you're going to put the link there.
We'll put the link below, Chris's contact details below if you are interested in the COP entry into Laos, spending a bit of time and being able to do whatever you want to do here.
That's right.
All it does take is that 14-day quarantine, but you're not restricted to where you go in Laos. You are treated like anyone else here in Laos.
Exactly. Now, for those watching who work for a big company or an NGO or a government entity, they can have their employer request a reduction of the quarantine after they test negative.
Those people who are interested in coming here, what is the best way to come here now? You mentioned to me Scoot has a great offer.
Absolutely. So until just a couple weeks ago, it was very expensive to fly to Laos because you only had special chartered flights that you couldn't find online. So people were really wondering, how do you come to Laos? So now there is a Singapore to Vientiane direct flight twice a week. It's only $100 US dollars. And so we really recommend you travel via Singapore to save hundreds of dollars coming to Laos, because although these special flights incoming via Incheon in South Korea, Kuala Lumpur, and even Bangkok to Vientiane cost $500 to $600 one way. So look up Scoot Air Travel Singapore to Vientiane twice a week.
You can get 5 people here through Scoot for the price it would cost you to get one person from Bangkok.
Right. It's absolutely amazing. Actually, the Chinese embassy complained to the Lao authorities about these crazy prices. I mean, $500 or $600 one way for something that used to cost $150 or $200 pre-COVID.
That Scoot price is pre-COVID price.
And you can fly from anywhere to Singapore. And once you contact us, I mean, we're available. We answer 7 days a week. Don't hesitate, contact us, ask questions. Usually I'll answer or one of our staff, and we're more than happy to inform you. And don't be afraid, just send us a message and we'll send you all the details and answer all your questions. If it's a bit complicated, we're happy to take your call and talk over the phone and make sure you understand everything, you get it right. And because our job is really to help you come to Laos and enjoy your time here.
So how the hell we been anyway? Our last video we did, shit just hit the fan after that, didn't it? You know,
yeah, a little bit.
That's when Delta really just slammed us. You know,
actually, what a lot of people don't know is that, except for a couple of interruptions of a few weeks, there's been about 2,000 to 3,000 people, foreigners, entering Laos every month via 12 flights that are almost full, because there are still a lot of companies and NGOs that need to operate, especially engineers that need to come to the country. So people have been coming in with the proper documentation. People get surprised, but
has there been any people just wanting to come here and live a bit of this life for a while? You know, not necessarily workers and
yes, of course, yes. Yes, people who have previous travel history to Laos, people with family in Laos, people with girlfriends or wives, people who are looking for a job or looking to do business are more than welcome. Just contact us and we'll help you get back into the country.
Chris will be able to give you the information you need. As you can see, very approachable guy. We'll make it easy for you. I know what it's like trying to do documents here in Laos. If I'd known Chris a long time ago.
It actually, when you look at all the details, it sounds complicated, but all we need is a picture of your passport, a picture of you, your vaccine certificate. That's another question we get. You have to be vaccinated to come to Laos. 2 shots are fine. You don't need a booster. 2 shots for now. And a quarantine hotel reservation for 14 nights. That's it. That's all you send us, and we process all the paperwork, and you get your visa and your PCR test. And after your quarantine, you're free to enjoy this beautiful country.
You've now arrived in Laos. You're thinking on ducking over to Thailand, Udon Thani. You need to go to the hospital or something over there, you know, get a checkup. What is the process of coming back in? Is it?
It's the same thing.
You've got to go through all of that again.
Well, the process is simpler because you already have a visa. It's a multiple entry visa, so you can leave and enter Thailand, especially with the new test and go system, which is reopening on February 1st, so no quarantine. But unfortunately, as of today, end of January, you will still need a certificate of entry and quarantine 14 days to come back to Laos. And that's what we're really hoping, and the government is working on it, to reduce that quarantine and make things a bit simpler, but it might take some time. And we do anticipate, in case you were thinking about waiting a little bit, we do anticipate maybe a reduction of quarantine in the next few weeks or months, but we don't think that the certificate of entry procedure will be stopped before at least the end of the year, and certainly there will not be any visas on arrivals because those have been stopped in March 2020 at the beginning of the pandemic. So we don't anticipate those visa on arrivals before the end of this year or next year. So
Wow. So you think that's the way they will go as far as lightening things up? It will be just a reduction in quarantine at the moment. You can still see CO certificates of entries being here for the best part of the year. And of course...
the reason why I'm saying that is because the green zone for tourism, it's going to happen over 9 months, so until at least September. And they need a certificate of entry too. So this COE system, I anticipate to remain until the end of the year, the next high season, which is next winter. And also there's something else that I forgot to mention. Great news, there's a new Thai hospital that opened in the capital, Vientiane. It's very modern. It's just as good as Thai hospitals in Thailand. They treat cancers and They have all sorts of machines, etc., and great doctors. That opened in August. So that's another good reason to stay in Laos, in the country. If you get sick, it's not like before where you had to go to Thailand. The health system is getting better, and this new hospital is a big welcome to Laos now.
What one's that? The 103, is it? The new 103?
No, it's the name of the hospital, the new Thai hospital in Vientiane is Kam Semrad International Hospital, and they also have ambulances and everything you would need if you needed to go to Thailand or be repatriated anywhere. They work with a bunch of insurances, so once again that's a big addition to Laos in terms of feeling safe and having a solution in case you run into ill health.
That does fill a big void, doesn't it? Because
really.
that was a very important thing
Absolutely.
in decision making where to actually retire.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and Thailand won out all the time because of
That's right.
the healthcare there, but Laos has been coming a long way. You know, there's new hospitals opening up all the time. Okay, Chris, one other thing. Laos citizens returning to Laos. What have they got to go through? Do they have to do all the same stuff?
Well, pretty much, except it's much less expensive for them. Like I have several people, they're in Europe or in the US with their wife or girlfriends. We don't process the paperwork for Lao nationals. They have to go to their closest Lao embassy and request a certificate of entry, which is free for them. And when they come back, they have to quarantine the same. But the good news is if you're a couple, you can quarantine together in the same room.
Okay.
Okay, so just an important note between the two ways to enter Laos. If you do plan on entering as a tourist, you need to know that you cannot stay long-term more than 3 months, and you cannot transform your e-visa, which is a tourist e-visa, into a long-term visa such as retirement, business visa, etc., or marriage visa. It's just not possible. You'll have to exit the country and re-enter. So if the idea is, oh, I'm going to enter as a tourist and then stay there long-term, it's not going to work, and you might have trouble with the authorities because you'll have this special green zone visa. And if you're not going to be staying at one of these
where you used to be able to
special
do that
places, then you can run into trouble. So please, if you do want to stay long term or visit your business partners or wife or family or friends, just spend the money on the certificate of entry and the visa, and you'll be all fine. You won't have any problems with authorities.
Right, the green zone travel visa isn't going to do that for you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point actually.
Yep.
This was just a spur of the moment sort of catch up with Chris. I was chatting to him a couple of days ago. Did not have time to get your guys' questions, but I'm pretty sure he has answered a lot of them. You did say it's a bit cheaper now too.
Oh, that's right.
Using your services.
That's right. The procedure was simplified, so it's a couple $100 cheaper than it was before. So don't hesitate
Makes it
to ask
more
about
attractive.
pricing. It's much more affordable to come to Laos now with the visas, certificate of entry, and the flights via Singapore with Scoot Air.
Okay, guys. This isn't the last time I will be catching up with Chris, because he is a great bloke to to have a yarn to and sit around the pool and have a few beers. So hit us up in the comments below if we did miss anything, and no doubt Chris will be he'll be looking over the comments, things like that. His contact details will be in there if you want to personally get in touch with him. So whatever question you have to ask, no doubt somebody, whether it's him, me, will be able to answer that for you. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We're going to sit back, have a bit of a chin wag, catch up, and stay safe. Catch you later.
Thanks, everybody. See you soon. Bye. Welcome to Laos. There we go. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Straight to the point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like straight to the point. I like.
Righto.
Cheers. Come on.
How you going, mate?
Cheers, everybody. How you going, mate?
Happens to me a lot, mate. It does. You don't see it because I cut it out. But I can just trail that off into another question that I'll ask you. So, all good.
I'm focused.
Because I can just...
Cheers.
Yeah.
How you doing, mate?